Hi y'all, it's Shannon. So I wanted to come at you real quick with a little gum paste tutorial. This is how I make my hibiscus. And so I am just kind of warming my gum paste up so that it's basically easy to work with. Now keep in mind, even though I'm doing this on gum paste and you can eat it, you can easily apply this to clay, whether it's air dry or fired clay. And that's really the cool thing with art to me, is that you can transfer these techniques to different media. So I hope you enjoy this. So I'm warming it up. I'm just taking a little piece off here now, and I will begin rolling it as thin as possible. I cover everything with plastic wrap because if you don't, gum paste will dry out because of the lack of humidity where I live. I'm trying to get it really thin right now, my gum paste. I'm trying for about a 1/16 of an inch. That was my attempt at showing you. It wasn't very good. I apologize for the angle of this camera. That's an orchid cutter I'm using in order to make the petals, and it's a very old orchid cutter. So I'm covering those after I've cut those out individually from that 3 flower cutter, and then I'm cutting out 2 more because the hibiscus has 5 flowers. So as you can see, and they will basically immediately go under the plastic wrap if they're not in use. So I'm thinning it a little more. Now on this one I sort of messed up because I veined first and then I ruffled my petals, which is where you really work with the ball tool and you thin the edges, and it just makes it look so realistic. It's crazy. I really specialize in roses, but my friend who is having her wedding in Zimbabwe really likes hibiscus, so that's what I was working on. I used 3 colors to color these petals and the stamen. I did these all by hand, and it took a long time. This video is sped up quite a bit, so just so you know. So I used buttercup on the very tip, and then I used poppy red over the majority of it, and then at the very edges I hit it with old rose, just to kind of give it that like natural sunlight fading, like it's not the newest of blooms. So I really liked how that turned out and thought it was quite a neat little effect I had going on with it. So I'm basically dusting the stamen and trying to kind of, in my mind, equate it, put it together. That is my gum paste glue. It's edible glue I make from Tylose powder. I am just gluing it on there, trying to show you that that's how that looks. And right now I'm going to get my holder, which is basically an empty egg carton, and then I realized, uh-oh, I also forgot the aluminum foil. Don't you love how you do that when you film things? So I'll be back. See, I'm back. And there's the aluminum foil, which is really great if you ever want to do gum paste work. It's very helpful because the foil can hold shape and the gum paste is so light, so it really helps to shape your petals how you want it to look. So I really enjoyed that. So I have decided that the smart thing is to vein last, which is what you saw me do. Now I'm going through and I'm coloring the petals. So, and I really like how these turned out. Now when you do hibiscus, you have to stack them, I don't know how else to say it other than one on top of the other. So when you get to that last petal, you have to make sure to tuck it inside the previous one, because the way hibiscus grow, the flowers overlap each other. So I hope I'm doing an okay job of explaining that. I realize it doesn't come across in the video, and to be honest, I messed up the last petal on this one because I was just having a moment. But what I'm doing now is just finishing up the last few petals, and I wanted to show you this because I feel like when you watch people do gum paste videos, you see these beautiful flowers that look so realistic and so amazing, but the problem is you never see how they color them, how they get them there. And so my attempt was basically to show you. If you check out my Facebook page, you'll see a lot more gum paste art that I've done and chocolate work, things like that, as well as like non-edible sculptures and art. So I really like to do this, and the gum paste art I've probably been doing for probably 8 years, since 07 or so. So I have quite a bit of experience. I've never really done, well, I have done it for money and I do sell them sometimes, but usually that's pretty local, you know, or if a friend really wants it, I'll ship it. But I really enjoy doing this, and I'm not sure you can really see me like pulling them on top of each other so that they lay properly. So we're down to, I believe, our last petal. So I'm frilling it out, And now I'm adding it. I dropped something on the floor. Now I'm adding it. Now I'm dusting it with its color and just finishing that one up. And yeah, we're almost done. So I am just adding a little glue to it, adding it on, and there you go. So what I'm doing with the aluminum foil is, like I said, I'm using it to shape the flower how I want it to look. And basically I'm just playing with it at this point to get it to look the way I want it to. And the beautiful thing is it'll dry in just a few days, and that baby will be hard as a rock. And if you keep it in an airtight container, they'll last you forever. I have some, my mom will stick them in the freezer and reuse decorations for like 5 years that I've made. And then she'll ask for new ones. And I'm sorry, apparently you're seeing my side there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't super long, and the video angle could be definitely better. So I apologize, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Please do me a huge favor, like, comment, subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.